Hi everybody, welcome back to the Bumpkin News. Today I want to look at the topic of high-level idiocy. You know, when politicians, when they say something that is absolutely idiotic, you have to ask yourself the question, what's going on with this person? Are they A, really that stupid? B, are they lying? Or C, are they just incompetent? And I think in more cases than not, the answer is they're lying, or they're incompetent, or they think that you are that stupid and I'm that stupid, which falls under the heading of the lie. You know, I'm soon to be 59 years old, and I'm not that smart of a person, and I can be duped. But you know, since I was 17, 18, 19 years old, it's got increasingly hard to fool me and to dupe me than it is today. I can still be duped, and you know, the person that says that they can't be fooled, I automatically deduct about 25% from them, because anybody can be fooled. So we'll look at a few statements that have been made recently by high-level members of the federal government, and I mean the highest levels. The first statement we want to look at is the one that the person third in line to the office of president made recently. They said that one of the best ways to create jobs is to pay unemployment benefits. Now, folks, I don't know about you, but I don't think it takes too much of an understanding of economics to realize that the way that jobs are created is through capital investment by companies. They're the ones that create the jobs, the business sector. And when you pay unemployment benefits, or you pay benefits to people, these people are trying to use this to survive with, and to feed their families and keep a roof over their heads until they can find a job. I don't think you'll find anybody that's well versed in economics and has any kind of sense about them that would agree with a statement like that. But yet, there's a lot of people that they don't understand it, and they think it's okay. You know, I found a great tool is to, when you hear these kind of things, is to go online, research them, download them, and read them all the way, being away from the interference of emotion and of distraction, but you're looking at the black and white print, and you can see what's really being said. You know, back during the debate about the new health care bill, the President of the United States went before a joint session of Congress and gave us the outline of what his health care program would be like. And as I read through that, I thought to myself, you know, you would have to be an economic illiterate to actually believe this. Well, I'll just put it pretty plainly to you, this absolute malarkey that the president was putting out, and I couldn't believe that people would sit there with a straight face and listen to this, much less get up and cheer. Here's some facts as far as what he said. They're illusory because they're impossibilities, economic impossibilities, but this is what he said. He said that under his health care plan, that there would be unlimited coverage. There would be no cap on the payouts for medical care from the insurance companies. He also said that there would be no denial of coverage, even for pre-existing conditions. And then he said that this would cause the prices in the industry to be competitive. Now, you tell me how an insurance company can provide unlimited coverage with a limited income that is premiums and stay in business. It's impossible. If you had someone that came in and had a brain tumor and was going to require immediately in the next 6 months $250,000 of care, how much would their insurance premiums be per month? $400, $600? Let's say they lived 6 months, they paid $3,600, and they used $250,000 worth of care. Multiply that across the country of all the people that have serious medical conditions that are pre-existing, and you see how insurance companies could not hold down rates and stay in business. It's an economic impossibility, and yet this is what was said by the president. He also said that the government plan was going to be competitive, and that only 5% of the citizenry would participate in the government plan. Now, you put those two things together, the private insurers, once they're required by the government to give unending benefits and to insure anybody with any condition, once they're out of business, where are people going to go to? There's only one option left, and that's the government plan. And so now we're in something that's like the Bureau of Motor Vehicles, the government agencies, the bureaucracies. So you see that makes no sense whatsoever. An economic impossibility. Another thing that was said recently was, again, the person that's third in line to the presidency said that they envision a day when people that are artists, authors, photographers, they wouldn't have to worry about a day job so that they could provide health care for themselves. The implication being that somebody else was going to provide it for them. Now, that doesn't sound real sharp to me, that you would say something like that. I mean, it tells me that I'm a working person, I'm a taxpayer. That means that if somebody wants to pursue a literary career or an artistic career, that they don't have to worry about providing themselves these things that the government is going to require me to require that form. Now, anybody that proposes something like that, I can't. I've got to ask those three questions. Is this person stupid, incompetent, or are they lying to me? Another thing that was said recently back in the healthcare realm by the President of the United States was that the penalty if you didn't have healthcare insurance was going to be a tax, where previously he said that it was not a tax, it was a penalty. And he said not at all. I think George Stephanopoulos tried to discuss that with him, and Mr. Obama got down to semantics, and poor Mr. Stephanopoulos was fumbling about, as it were, for a dictionary to define what a tax is. And now we see the president in the last few days, he's calling this a tax. Well, the question that I want to ask is, if I don't have enough money, enough means to purchase health care insurance for me, how are you going to tax me? In other words, where am I going to get the money to pay the fine, or the tax as he now calls it? It's going to be maybe what, for a family of four, maybe $2,500, $2,800, and I don't have the means to pay a monthly premium, and now I'm being penalized for the government. That's not very rational. That's not very logical. And again, I have to ask those three questions. Is this person stupid? In this case, no. Is this person incompetent? In this case, it's very likely. In this case, is this person lying? I think there's a very good possibility of that, probably more so than the other two things. The thing that I have to do, I have to be informed so that I can tell what these people are saying, have enough of a perspective to know what they're saying. Keep listening and keep discussing.